go around this motherfucking spot, pick up some motherfucking shit, and get online to give y'all a little bit, right? So, there's been some shit go around boxing and all that stuff. You know, Ryan Garcia and um, all this shit, but it is what it is, man. It is what it motherfucking is, but people are always willing to make things out to be something that is not. Right? We all assume that the we all assume that the B sample or whatever the case may be with Ryan Garcia was gonna come out tonight, well today, and it's not. But who did it come from? It came from a bunch of people who said some things that they thought were from a good place, right? And that's naturally what happens with a lot of this shit, you know. A lot of this shit, people come out and they try to be the first person to say things and all this stuff, and then we find out that the boxing commissions are basically saying it's like, you know, we have to wait for these teams. Okay, I'll give you a prime example, right? Alexander Usyk and the IBF. I give y'all a prime example, right? Michael Benson and all them cats came out and said that Alexander Usyk will be stripped. Alexander Usyk ain't not being stripped. They came out and said all these cats got a petition for whatever they want to do, right? So we was all on the impression by what they said, right? And it's not true, right? So now we're looking at another conundrum. This conundrum basically is like pretty much what's going to happen with undisputed, right? Because now all these belt holders, these boxing commissions are out here basically saying that they waiting for Alexander Usyk's team and Tyson Fury's team, Matchroom Boxing, and all these other cats or whoever that's involved to come back and tell them what their intentions is, because everybody has the right to petition, right? So if everybody has the right to petition to not fight their mandatory, right? Like we all thought what it is. Everybody has the right to petition these boxing commissions to say whether or not what their intentions is and stuff like that, right? So what are they going to do, right? So now these cats got to wait for Tyson Fury if he wants to fight Alexander Usyk or take a tune-up, right? Because you got all these fly-by-night people talking about some Nagano and Fury and all this other shit, right? Or wherever the case may be, or Alexander Usyk and Fury, Alexander Usyk and Nagano and all this other shit, right? You got all these fly-by-night people saying shit, right? But these people got to petition these boxing organizations to figure out what they're going to do or what their intentions is. And I tell you this one thing, really to tell you the truth. What should happen is that Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk team should petition that the rematch happen, and then after the rematch happened, the next fight happened. Because we was all under the impression, because of what Michael Benson said and these other cats said, that Herkovic and Daniel Dubois fight was for a belt, and they come back and said it's not for a belt, right? So boxing has always been on the cusp of trust but verify, because can now one of these managers, promoters can be trusted by what they say, because they main thing is the best interest of what they fighter is going to do. And look at Frank Warren in the ring with Tyson Fury, when Tyson Fury was like, he don't know what he's going to do, and Frank Warren was like, well, I'm going to do what we're going to do whatever Tyson Fury want to do, and blah 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 with the whoop. Now you see what people deal with. You know, Tyson Fury was acting like this dude beat his ass. Alexander Usyk didn't beat your ass. This is still the rematch is still a winnable fight on both sides. You know, but it is what it is, man. On that notion, man, it is what it is. That fight is still winnable on both sides. I don't know why Tyson Fury is out there acting like the way he do, but you know, he does what he do. You know, Tyson Fury has always been a character. He's and all that shit. He's always done shit like that. You know, it's not like we can always go out here and predict what this guy's going to do, because we can't. Because every single time something goes down, you know, he has something. Normally, Tyson Fury gives the upper hand on his opponents. How about we say that? Normally, with Tyson Fury, he gets the upper hand on his opponents. And what I mean by he gets the upper hand on his opponents, I mean that he literally, when they go into a fight, everything about the fight. I'm in the closet right now. I'm grabbing my shoulder pads out. I gotta fly up to Michigan and play a football game. Let's find where these goddamn shoulder pads at. They ain't up there. They ain't over there. They're pretty small too, so my shoulder pads are pretty small. Well, they're not small, but they I'm gonna find them in a little bit after I wash these clothes. Get down with y'all, right? So Tyson Fury is one of them guys, like, you can't predict what he really going. You can't predict what he's gonna do, right? The thing about it is that people try to make it like he's a unpredictable person, and I think that's a good thing and it's a bad thing, right? I think that Deontay Wilder coming up in here and trying to having a fight with what's his name, Chinese dude, right? It is a good fight, but when you look at the Ring Magazine heavyweight rankings, having Gerard Anderson, Aji Kabiel, and a couple other people above Deontay Wilder is kind of weird. And the reason why I say that's kind of weird, because none of those guys has beat anybody, right? So now we all know that Ring Magazine and all these other cats have algorithms that basically say who's going to beat who. And guess what? 9 times out of 10, they not fucking right. You know what I'm saying? Because if that was the case, Alexander Usyk should have been Ring Magazine #1 above Tyson Fury for fucking years. The last 2-3 years. But he wasn't. Right? So to have Jared Anderson above Deontay Wilder, when Jared Anderson could barely use a Philly shell, but yeah, he possessed some good boxing skills and all that stuff, right? But then you go to Aji Kabiel and look at who he lost against in the past and who he fought against in the past and stuff like that. You kind of get like, ooh, why would you do that? Because what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, all these cats is gonna fucking have to fight somebody, man. All of them. All these heavyweight fighters, all of them are beatable. All the heavyweight fighters are beatable. Oh, they're my shoulder pads. I found them. All the heavyweight fighters are beatable. All the motherfucking all the heavyweight fighters are beatable. And I gotta wash clothes. All the heavyweight fighters are beatable. Most of the fighters are beatable. Most of them. Like, I'm waiting for people to tell me which fighter in any of these weight divisions, especially the heavyweight division. Name me one fighter that's not beatable. All of them are. And it's not to say that none of them are no good and all this shit, but it's to be realistic. It's to be realistic about what's going on. You know? Because at the end of the day, really, to tell you the truth, you know, to be realistic, you know, I'm just saying, man, like, I'm just saying, it's like, to be realistic about all these weight divisions, man. It ain't looking good, bruh. Just not looking good. Just not looking good, man. But I would say that Wilder and Zhang fight, it is a good fight. But I also would say that if Wilder was to have a 3-fight deal with the because you know most of the fight deals, right, in boxing, right, most of the fight deals in boxing always have stipulations for losses. They almost all of them have stipulations for losses. So what if Wilder loses against Zhang? What's going to happen with him in that Saudi Arabia deal that he has, right? Are they going to allow him to have another fight on their thing and try to phase him out, or will they phase him out right away? Because my whole thing is, really, to tell you the truth, is that I am a huge Wilder fan. I'm a huge Wilder fan. But a lot of people out here are speculating and talking about that motherfucker shouldn't be fighting no more and should retire. And I'm a huge Wilder fan. Right? But a lot of people out here talking about he should retire and all this shit. Right? right? But should he retire right now? Or should he fight Zhali Zhang? I say he should fight Zhali Zhang. And this is the reason why I say this all the time. I really think that all these fighters in the heavyweight division are beatable. But it's all dependent on what these fighters want to do. It's all dependent on these fighters on how they want to train and all this shit. Everybody's beatable. So why not train to win? Why not figure out your opponent? Why not figure out how to win these fights? Right? Every single time. If Joseph Parker could beat Wilder, right? The way he did, then anybody could beat Dillian White. Anybody could beat Derek Chisora. Anybody could beat Jermaine Franklin, Michael Hunter, Aji Kabiel, and the list goes on and on. Big Baby Miller, right? And the list goes on and on. But that basically tells you is that there's a lot of money on the table for everybody, but you got to keep winning. So how do you keep winning? Doing the same thing over and over again, or fixing your mistakes as you go and getting better as you go and knowing your opponent when you get in the ring, right? Because some of these motherfuckers ain't even fucking doing it. And I'm not making this up. I'm going by what people tell me. Right? And what people tell me, like all the casual boxing fans, all the casual boxing fans, wilding out. I get to that in a minute. All the casual boxing fans, all the fly by night fans, everybody, right, knows that this is the way it is, man. I can't find my I'm looking for my football girdle because I gotta play football this weekend. I'm looking for my football girdle. Looking for this other shit. I don't know my I gotta have white pants. I got white pants and the black. I got one white pants in here, and I got one black one. I'm trying to find these motherfuckers, man. They in here somewhere, but we go out there and put this these clothes in the wash. Well, at least put something in there right now. So I'm done talking to y'all. But the way I see it is, man, Wilder got a shot. Zane got a shot. Everybody, pretty much everybody in the heavyweight division got a shot. Right? Everybody in the heavyweight division got a shot. The problem is that a lot of these motherfuckers don't like to train properly. That's what the main problem is. You know, they get up in these fight camps and they tell them how many people they hurt in the fight camp, but you don't hear about the what y'all call that? If they had some type of hold up. There we go. Light fucked up. Put these clothes in the wash. Yeah, I just don't I don't care for most of that shit, man. Anything in there? I'll be good. Sit y'all down real quick. You know, I wish Wilder the best, man, but you know, is this shit on? All right, cool. I don't know what's gonna happen. So you say you got Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. Okay, cool. Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. Hold up. I gotta go over here first. I'm gonna make sure the water on. Make sure the water on. Nah, you know. Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, right? That's my kayak right there. 12 and a half feet long. Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. That's a conundrum. And the reason why I say it's a conundrum is because Mike Tyson is 58 years old, but it's like one of them things is like you just never know. Like people just never know what's left in the tank and how much people got and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, 58 is pretty old, right? 58 years old is pretty old to be boxing and shit like that. And especially going up against somebody that's arguably in a prime, because that dude's in the prime. What is he, like 20 something years old, something like that? Yeah, I'm walking on this ground with my bare fucking feet. It hurts. Arguably in a prime and shit like that. So it's one of those conundrums, right? And so this is the outside shower over here. You know, it's the outside shower. This motherfucker. Outside shower. It's like a conundrum, right? Because at the end of the day, it's like if George Foreman be the dude when he was fucking old and shit like that. Like, why can't Mike Tyson? But a lot of people was out here like, well, his legacy and all that shit, and they want to see Mike Tyson get hurt. They don't want to see Mike Tyson lose and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, it's like, you know, if I was Mike Tyson, I'd take that motherfucker. You know, if I was Mike Tyson, I'd take that motherfucking fight. Like, you talking about $20+ million. You talking about some putting this fight on Netflix and all that shit. Like, I'd take that motherfucker. Like, you talking about $20+ million motherfucking dollars. Like, and you know, there's a lot of this money is for you. Is like you won't even need to see it. You won't even see this. Like Mike Tyson won't even see this motherfucking money. Like this money is really going to his kids. Cause he won't see it. You know? Mike Tyson won't see this motherfucking money. It's going to his kids. You know? Talking about 20, 30. He 58. So let's say Mike Tyson makes it to 70, right? 80, 90, 100. The fuck are you gonna spend it on? The fuck are you gonna spend it on? Right? Let's say Riddick Bowe take a fight right now for $20 million. Let's say all the retired fighters from the 80s or in the 90s take a fight for $20 million. They won't even be able to spend it all. It's going to their motherfucking kids. Or whatever, they hoes or whatever. Be able to have fun for the rest of their life. not have to worry about nothing. Say Lennox Lewis come out and take a fight for $20 million. Won't same thing. People like, oh, I don't want to see him lose and against the YouTuber and all this stuff. But a lot of people don't say like a lot of people don't look at it like, okay, put yourself in that man's shoes. You know what I'm saying? Ain't none of us out here gonna pay none of these fighters bills. Past fighters or not, with ailments and all that stuff. People would rather give super chats to a no good ass motherfucker online than to give to a cause for past fighters or the USA boxing team with all these kids on it. Motherfuckers would rather give super chats, join people's motherfucking what do you call the theme, OnlyFans shit like that, or and shit, everything that got nothing to do with putting these babies in putting these babies' hands in the boxing gloves and getting them to do some positive things. People would rather do some extra shit other than that. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, let Mike do what he do. You know? Yeah, if he loses shit like that, it ain't gonna look good and all that stuff. But don't be sitting up over here making it look like, making it look like you gotta live vicariously through the motherfucker. Like Mike Tyson had a good career. He came from nothing. He came from shit, and he came out here and did the unthinkable. If you think about it, you ain't nobody know who his mama. Nobody know who Mike Tyson's mama is. Don't nobody know who Mike Tyson's daddy is. But everybody know who Mike Tyson is. So he came from nothing and made it into something. You know what I'm saying? Even though he had his own like little thing going on and shit like that, but think about it. He did something that wasn't supposed to be done. It wasn't supposed to be done. You know? Devin Haney, what he did wasn't supposed to be done. Deontay Wilder wasn't supposed to be done. You know? Regis Prograis wasn't supposed to be done. Dillian White wasn't supposed to be done. A lot of these cats that shit they did was supposed to be done. They didn't go get grabbed up by some big ass promoter off of day one and get put on the pedestal like Anthony Joshua. You know what I'm saying? So let's be real. And yeah, Mike Tyson was, but the thing about it is that look at his life. Look at his life. Who win? Andy Ruiz versus Adrian Cabiel. Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz could throw hands better than Adrian Cabiel. At least Andy Ruiz know how to return fire. You throw one, Andy Ruiz throw two or three back. Are you Walter White? That's fucked up. Mr. Newtman. Wilding out said, I don't care how old Mike Tyson is. The fact that Jake Paul is calling him out is just disrespectful because he's past his prime and it would be shameful to beat him. Well, okay. Anybody could call anybody out. Anybody could call anybody out, right? And 9 times out of 10, people call people out because they know they're gonna get some money. Win or lose, they know they're gonna get some money. People don't call, these fighters don't call nobody out. Well, okay, let's say it like this. fighters call people out because they want to take somebody else's spot because somebody got the number one headband, somebody got the number one spot, right? And then some people call people out is because they know beating that person will get them somewhere, right? Closer to the number one spot, the number one headband, right? And so you should call people out. Because half of these fighters, a lot of these fighters ain't gonna fight you anyways when you call them out. A lot of these fighters ain't gonna fight you because you call them out. Oh, this dude called me out. Everybody calling you out when you on top. Everybody calling you out when you mediocre in boxing right now. Hell, you got people calling out Blair the Flair. You got people calling out, what's the other dude that I can't stand? Blair the Flair I can stand. This other guy I can't stand. You know, but it depends about it's all dependent on how your team, your promoter, your manager, or whoever put you out there on Front Street to make it look like you big bag, you the big bag of chips with the dip, right? So if everybody's telling everybody you the big bag of chips and the dip, I'm not talking about you winning fights and all that stuff. I'm talking about these motherfucking managers, BoxRec putting you on a pedestal with their rankings. Ring Magazine is putting you on pedestal with their rankings. Who the fuck people gonna call you out? You know? Whether or not they see you as a threat or not, because you a stepping stone. And everybody should be a stepping stone. You know? You know, we seen all these fighters. Rocky Fielding and all these other guys come through. Right? And it's just it is what it is. It is what it is. Shut him up. Wildin' Out said, that's the most real thing I heard all day. Thanks, bro. Well, I said a whole bunch, man. You got to tell me what I said because I don't know. You know, but if I was Mike Tyson, if I was Evander Holyfield, if I was what's another one that's still around talking on YouTube? It's not Nate Campbell. Nate Campbell just fought. What's his name? God damn, he's always on Bruce's Gas channel. If I was him, I'd be fighting for somebody for $20 million. Fuck that. What the fuck you talking about? Oh yeah, about calling out. Yeah, that's how they gonna be. That's how it's always gonna be. You know, a lot of people call people out. They ain't even ready. You know, you see people calling these fighters out. You know they ain't fought nobody. You know the competition they had, and you see how they win the fights. You see how they footwork is. You see how they throw punches. You see their armament on defense. You see their defensive armament. They ain't even ready, and they still doing it because they know they're gonna get somewhere. And that's why Blair the Flair where he is right now. That's why look at what's his name? What's that dude from Cali? Affiliated in the streets. Christopher Lovejoy. Yeah. How do you think Christopher Lovejoy got here? Christopher Lovejoy got here because he's affiliated in the street. He know Whack 100. He know all these other cats. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. And that's the reason why he got where he was. And that's the reason why he talk shit like that. But he don't work out. He get tired in the third round. He's a big ass dude with big ass hands, and he can knock motherfuckers out on the street, but can't do it in the boxing ring. That's how Christopher Lovejoy got claim to fame is. He know people that's affiliated in California, on the streets and outside the streets. I hope y'all know that. I hope it didn't take y'all too long to figure that out. But that's what it is with Christopher Lovejoy. Why do you think he fought Emmanuel Char, Mahmoud, whatever he called himself now? Why do you think he fought Emmanuel Char for whoop-de-whoop? And they came out and fought another dude. And he talked the most shit, but he get his ass beat by nobodies. But people keep giving him fights. You know what I'm saying? Like it's that's the way it is. It's all about who you know. You got the right manager, you got the right promoter, you got the right networks. Edward Herman puts you'll lose 3 fights in a row, and Edward Herman get you a world title on your 4th fight. Same thing with all them cats. Because if Michael Bisping gonna come out here and say that he gonna come out here and say that Herkovic versus Daniel Dubois is supposed to be for a belt, how the fuck is Daniel Dubois fighting for a belt? Think about that. Think about that. Out of everybody else around that's willing and able to do the damn thing, right? It's gonna be Daniel Dubois versus Michael Herkovic. But then you come out and hear the IBF say something different. You know what I'm saying? Saying like, yo, that's not what it is. Because a lot of these cats shouldn't be fighting for a world title. These world titles, Floyd was right about it. And I'm going to tell you this one thing. People calling Floyd broke and all that stuff. I'm going to tell you this one thing. If he broke, it don't mean shit. If he broke, what does that mean? Well, he's portraying that he has a lot of money. What the fuck is that doing for boxing right now? Nothing. Because all these other fighters is out here trying to portray all this other shit, and everybody know what it is. So if Floyd broke, it means nothing. If the PBC broke, it means nothing. What are the fight fans willing to watch means something. Because the people were talking about Tyson Fury's fight had over 20,000 or 20 million whatever illegal streams. Think about it. People been giving out fucked ass fight cards for years. Fucked up matchups for years. Fucked up decisions for years because they can't get the fucking goddamn judges right. Right? Fucked up referees for years. So you mean to tell me at the end of the day, like, hey, Bruce Gas, what's happening? Yeah, Tim Witherspoon. Another one. And if you think about it, Tim Witherspoon, if you look at Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, Riddick Bowe, Spinks, Shannon Briggs. Let's think about who is sane and who's not. Let's think about who sounds punch drunk. Who look good? Who look healthy? Tim Witherspoon like damn near like he's 20 years old. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he might not be the brightest person when it comes to technology and all that stuff. He never portrayed to do. He do his own thing with the online thing. But let's be real. Let's be real. You know, you pass up. Everybody else get passed up, but then you put all these other people in there. Tim Witherspoon is ready and able. And actually, Tim Witherspoon is out there training kids, right along with Lennox Lewis, training kids, trying to help out the babies out here in the world. And all these other fighters ain't doing that. All other past fighters ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like think about it. You know, going over there to Bruce Gas channel when he go live and stuff and donate, because at the end of the day, like, you know, past fighters shouldn't be looked up because like people like Mike Tyson is put on the pedestal and stuff like that. You know. I don't know how to do commentating, man. Commentating is like commentating. I'm gonna tell you one thing about commentating the fight, and that's the reason why I'm leaving up the Bruce Gas, G5 Jeff TV, and people like that, because you can't afford, if you're gonna commentate a fight. But think about commentated fights is like, you know, you got to have it needs to be 100% dedication towards the fight, like your attention. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have a good attention span to do that shit. You know, a big booty run across the screen, I'm looking at that bitch's ass. You know what I'm saying? So, it takes attention to it takes attention to you gotta have mad attention. You know, looking at the whole thing. You got to be quick on the fly, and stuff like that. But I would say this. Watching that Tyson Fury fight, every time Tyson Fury rubs his nose, I'm punching him. That's what I'm saying. Every time he does this, I'm punching him. Especially after the 6th or 7th round, every time he rubs his nose or does this, I'm punching him. Because every fighter has indicators. And a lot of people don't pay attention to them. Like, I don't care if it's a silent agreements, it's a twinge, it's a flaw in their defense, flaw in their offense. Every fighter has an indicator, right? Right. Every one of them have it, right? Deontay Wilder's biggest one, and a lot of people fail to realize this. This is silent agreement. He pauses too much. He throws punches and pauses. You know, back in the days they called it admiring your work, but most of the time, ain't nothing to admire. He just pauses. He throws a right hand, and he backs up and he pauses. Joseph Parker, right? Whatever he did with Deontay Wilder in that fight, you know what he does? Don't go past 3,500 RPMs, right? And he has silent agreements as well. That's the reason why a lot of fighters can't deal with Alexander Usyk, because when you think you got a silent, you want to pause and take a break, he throwing punches, getting you to move. Some of these other fighters, they see you tired, they want to take off a break. Some of these other fighters throw one punch and don't get back on defense right away. They throw a punch, don't get back. They throw a punch, they don't bend. They throw a punch, they don't lean. They throw a punch, they don't get back. You know what I'm saying? You don't do it. And one of them is Deontay Wilder. Another one is um Joseph Parker. Um you can Dillian White, Derek Chisora, um Zali Zhang, um a lot of them. Ain't none of these heavyweight fighters is perfect. All of them have flaws. All of them have flaws. All of them. But everybody wants ain't no real masterful class boxing in the heavyweight division. Really, to tell you the truth, by my standards, because all of them have too big of a flaws. All of them. You know, heavyweight boxing. You know, heavyweights. Majority of the fights, when you think about the top 10, majority of those fights shouldn't even go past the fourth round. Shouldn't even go past it. Shouldn't even go past it. Motherfuckers should be getting knocked the motherfucking out. Every now and again, yeah, should go to the distance and shit and stuff like that. But majority of the fights in heavyweight boxing, in the top 10, no. Motherfuckers should be getting knocked the fuck out. No. If you pillow fisted, but you know what, to tell you the truth, in heavyweight division, people could say people were pillow fisted and shit like that, but you know, it's still like the other weight divisions. Everybody can be knocked out. Everybody can be knocked out. You just gotta hit them right. And if you don't hit them right, you don't lean into it, you don't turn into it, or whatever. It's gonna be you can make it a long night, but think about it. I told folks Tyson Fury ain't got no chin. I told folks Anthony Joshua ain't got a chin. People still looking at me like I'm crazy. I ain't crazy. It's real. It's evident. It's already evident that all these fighters don't. A lot of these fighters ain't even got chins these days. It's already evident. It's already evident. Show me where, if it was the 80s and somebody got knocked down as much as Tyson Fury got knocked down, people would be saying that. Same thing about AJ. I told y'all about a long time ago. I told y'all a long time ago about what's his name? The Juggernaut. I told y'all he ain't got no chin. He can just hide it. He hides that he got a chin. But you see him hurt, then you see who he get hurt by, then you see he get beat by. Fuck out of here. I told y'all, man. I told y'all that motherfucker ain't got no chin. You hurt that dude, he goes forward. The Juggernaut. You hurt him, he comes forward. On hopes of they ain't gonna hurt nobody. I told people that the Polish dude out of New York, out of Kronaki, I told folks he ain't got no chin. Yeah, his defense is the chin and all that shit, but he ain't got no chin because soon as somebody hit him, what happened? What happened? And now how he looking? You know, I told folks, you know, heavyweight division is a lot different. Some people got good legs. Some people can hide when they get hurt. Some people can't. Some people, when they get hurt, they don't react like you think they're going to react. Some people get buzzed, and it could be a wrap. Some people get tapped. It is a whole bunch of shit that goes into getting hit upside your head and get knocked out, man. Besides just getting stone cold knocked the fuck out like Deontay Wilder could do your ass. What somebody else say? Let me see. But for real though, man, I tell people all the time, man. I forget what I typed this motherfucker as, this video as. But I tell people all the time, man, like boxing is not like any other sport, man. It's one on one. It's one on one, and all it takes is one split second, and the whole fight could be over with. The whole fight. Basketball, football, you could lose a quarter. Darts. They get darts. It don't matter how you doing as long as you get them points at the end of the game. You know what I'm saying? Soccer. Same thing. It don't matter. Boxing is one of the only sports. Tennis, golf, all of them. Boxing is one of the only sports. A split second could change the whole trajectory of your whole fucking career. Bruce, if I go live on Twitter, man, you gotta go with me. I go live with you on Twitter. Boxing is the only sport. A split second can change your whole career. Because all it takes is a split second for your ass to get knocked the fuck out. You get knocked the fuck out, and your whole career could be over with. Your promoter, your manager can get rid of you. They can stop putting you in the fights. They can do this, that, and the third. That's all it takes. And that goes. And then let's go in a full circle with that. One fight. Your whole career done, right? Let's go in a full circle with that. You the B side, and this motherfucker putting you in a hotel that's rowdy, and you can't sleep. So you don't want to eat in the hotel, so now you got to go find some food. But you went out there by yourself, and one dude in your corner. So now you got to go round town and all this shit. And everybody know who the fuck you two is. So where the fuck you gonna eat? So you got to grab food to bring back to the hotel. And you got to hope nobody recognize your ass. They ain't gonna spit in your fucking food. Right? Or wake you up early in the morning to do interviews. Or whatever the case may be. There's all kind of shitty shit leading up to a fight. When you're the B side, when you don't have a good, strong manager and promoter, what these motherfuckers be doing. That's the reason why the Furies be headbutting people. Be doing all the tactics that John Fury be doing. All those tactics is for his son. All those tactics is to intimidate or rile up the other side for they can get out of their own skin and out of their own comfort and out of their own shit and do some shit they ain't got no business doing in the ring or leading up to it. To get their focus off of the fight. That's the reason why John Fury do that shit. That's the reason why the Tysons do all that shit leading up to a fight. The hotels, all that other shit leading up to the fight. That's the reason why they make it their business to be the A side and bring all them meatheads with the steroids injected in their booty. That's the reason why they do it. All the intimidation tactics and all that shit is to get the other side off they fucking square, off what they normally do, off they shit to where they can take their mind off the fight. That's all what they're trying to do is get your mind off the fight. Leading up to the fight. That's the reason why Tyson Fury daddy headbutted that guy. Yeah, we could say, yeah, he found the littlest dude in the room he could do something to and hurt him. But his whole idea was to hurt somebody on Usyk's team, but they found somebody that ain't gonna hurt him. The smallest dude. They found that guy. Because they figure if they can hurt this dude, the smallest dude in their team, it's going to get Usyk to do something in the ring that he shouldn't be doing that's against the game plan they already made. Think about it. Come on. Come on. Think about it. Am I lying or am I not? That's the only reason why they do those intimidation tactics and all that bullshit and all that rah-rah. Why do you think Tyson Fury start yelling, I'm going to smash him, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that? And not once in the fight did he really jump on Usyk. Yeah, he might land the uppercut or whatever case, whoop, but he ain't never jumped on him like he really had it in him. He ain't really jumped on Usyk like it really had him in him, because he ain't got no fucking chin. And he knew if he throws something, there's something could be out there waiting. Especially fighting Usyk and somebody like Andrew Ruiz, because they like to counter. Unlike Deontay Wilder. He don't know how to counter like that. Deontay Wilder don't know how to counter really like that. He don't. Let's be real. Let's be real. No. And that's my guy. But let's be real. Think about it. Most people talking shit ain't never... Okay, hold up. Talking shit have won people fights. But your mouth in the ring, your mouth in the ring is not hands, it's not elbows, it's not shoulders, it's not knees, it's not hips, it's not feet. It ain't got nothing to do, your mouth ain't got nothing to do with the fight. Your mouth got everything to do with the mind. The mind. That's all it is. Mind games. And that's all they do. Tyson Fury says this. Wilder says that. Wilder plays into Tyson Fury's motherfucking game. And Wilder gets where he is. And now Wilder is talking about some God gave me this and whoop de whoop whoop, and I don't need to fix it. No, God gave us everything to succeed in life, right? And to succeed in life, God gave us eyes, a mouth, legs, arms, a brain, ears, a nose. He gave us everything to succeed in life. And to succeed in life is just not with a motherfucking right hand. He gave you eyes to study your opponent. He gave you ears to listen to your trainers, to your manager, to people that's teaching you how to get in there to the fight. He gave you legs to move, athletic abilities. He gave you arms to throw a punch, block a punch, legs to block, to get you out of dodge, hips to get you out of dodge. Come on. Come on. It sounds good because Malik Scott or whoever. But in order for you to win the fight, it takes... It's not one-dimensional. It's not a one-dimensional thing. Like, this is what's in my suitcase right now. My shoulder pads, jersey, and a motherfucking helmet. You think I'm going to show up to a game and not study the wide receivers I'm going up against, the offensive line I'm going up against, the running backs, the fullbacks? You think I'm just gonna go up in there and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna lace this down? No. 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 No ways, Jose. No way, Jose. I could be me. I could be ass because all it takes, like I said, football. Football. Okay, this let me give you a prime example. Football to boxing. I can stop a wide receiver 5, 6 times a game, but all he need is one motherfucking touchdown. All he need is one. Maybe that team, maybe the other side of the field, or somebody else been tearing their ass up, and we've been holding it down. No, still on defense, and our offense been scoring. And maybe they only need one motherfucking touchdown, or maybe one 15 yards, 20 yards to get in the full field goal range. And I fuck up. That's all it takes. It don't take the whole motherfucking game. It don't take the whole motherfucking fight. All it takes is a fucking split second, a bad decision for your ass not doing what you're supposed to motherfucking do. That's all it takes. And guess what? Guess what? With that being said, how many motherfuckers could be consistent for a whole motherfucking game or a whole motherfucking fight? Nobody. None of these fighters can be consistent. None of these fighters can be consistent for a whole fight. None of them. Nobody. Who could be consistent for a whole fight? Hold up. Use the bathroom real quick. Now name me one. Can anybody name me one? Can anybody name me one boxer that can be fucking consistent for a motherfucking whole motherfucking fight and shit like that? Can't nobody name me shit. And the reason why nobody can't name me shit because they ain't one around right now. And I don't really think. Damn, I don't know where the fuck this is. I need some you know what? I'm just gonna have to wear I'm just gonna have to put some black leggings in there. I'm just gonna have to wear some black leggings. Fuck it. I'm gonna have to wear drawers that game. If I do go show up, fuck it. I'll be alright. So I don't see no I had them, but I don't know where they fuck they at. They somewhere in here, but I got everything else in this motherfucker, man. Guns, bullets. I know where they at. You know. Guns, bullets. You know. Here. Another one. Ha! Got a whole bunch of this motherfucker, man. Yeah, man. I don't but back to Wilder, right? He's just gonna have to I know he's showing videos online running and shit like that. But that's cool and dandy and all. He running. He that's cool and Danny and all, but he hitting them pads. Yeah, he still look good on. He still look good on the pads, like as far as like years ago and shit like that. But you know, um, he's not doing nothing like. He's not doing shit. He's not doing shit on the pads. And if I was Wilder, I wouldn't show motherfuckers that shit either. I wouldn't show motherfuckers um if I was Wilder, I wouldn't show motherfuckers what I'm really doing on the pads. I just wouldn't. I just wouldn't because everybody already waiting for my downfall anyways. You know. Everybody already waiting for Deontay Wilder's downfall. They don't have no faith in the dude or nothing like that. So it's kind of like you already better have some mystique about you. You know, have some mystique about you and oh, have some mystique about you and shit like that. Well, I found my pants. Well, I found one. I don't know where the other ones are. Found one. Found the old the Adidas joints. They stretch out pretty good. Let me see if I can still fit these motherfuckers, man. Cause I gained some weight. Woo! God damn! Motherfuckers tight. God damn! Ah! Yeah. Oh yeah, these will work. Yeah, these oh shit. Now I gotta find my well shit. I guess if the motherfuckers if the ref come out and say I ain't gotta put pads in these motherfuckers, I'm gonna put some I'm gonna just put some gauze in them. So I don't know where my girdle went. I don't wear a cup anyways, man, when I play football. Yeah, that's the real funny part. People really think I'll be wearing the cup and shit like that. That's just my dick. I don't wear a cup. I stopped wearing a cup. The last time I wore a cup playing football, man. I ain't wear a cup in high school. Tell you the truth. I ain't wear a cup in high school. And I don't even think I have that girdle anymore. It was a good one too. It's all in one. Hip, toe pad. That's all I need. And I don't know where it's at. And I think I got. Well, anyways, let's go back to boxing. So, look, y'all. Let me tell y'all this, man. So, your boy didn't I hear about Andrew Ruiz fighting Aji Kabiel now, man. I think it's gonna be a good fight, but that fight right there is gonna be. I'm picking Andrew Ruiz. I'm talking about this again because old boy brought it up, and I want to talk about it again. But Andrew Ruiz is a good counterpuncher, and also with that, Andrew Ruiz likes to throw multiple punches in a row. So I think that's what's going save him in a lot of these fights, because a lot of these fights, like, these fighters, they don't like to throw punches and bunches and shit like that, you know. And I'm a fan of heavyweight boxers that throw um, combination punches, you know. And Wilder is not a combination puncher, and you know, Wilder's like one of those guys. Like, yeah, he's tall, but he's not taller than Fury. But he fights like a lanky fighter, right? So Wilder fights like a a lanky fighter. And when I say that, a lanky fighter, I'm trying to look for the chief at the gate, and oh, he fights like a lanky fighter. Oh shit, there it is. He fights like a lanky fighter, and it kind of seems like he can't really he'll smother his punches. You know, he'll smother his punches and shit like that, like before he even lands something. You know, and you got to figure that shit out, because Tyson Fury, on the other hand, doesn't smother his punches. He doesn't. Oh, I'm over here. Let me show you where I'm at. I'm in the backyard. Yeah. Come on with me. Dum dum. Come on over to my place. Feel so. I gotta watch out though. Oh, the pool guy came. This is how I know the pool guy came, because there's some shit. I ain't got all of it up, but he got most of it up. It's iguana shit on them black spots. I'm gonna hop it. I gotta see how high above this is. Okay, I feel water. It is. It's good enough. Yeah. I'll get up in here later. Yeah. Yeah. Get up in this motherfucker later, dog. I got some things coming through. I ain't got nobody coming through. I'm just gonna take me a couple dips. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but I don't think Wilder can he gotta learn how to throw them combinations, man, and stop being a pootie and be confident with that shit, man. Like the way you gotta throw combinations with these motherfuckers, man. You can't just be throwing the right hand, the right-handed jab, a bullshit ass hook, because that hook that Wilder got, he gotta set that up, so he gotta fucking throw some combinations and get that shit in. He gotta move that motherfucking head. He can't be doing that old try to move around and shit like that, like he wanted, you know, like he be doing it, trying to circle around his opponent. The fuck is that? Is that something fell over here? Oh, I'll get them shits later. I ain't getting them now. Hell nah. There's all kind of things in these. See, y'all don't see it, but there's all these is trees. They're all on the other side, so there's all kind of shit living in there. And I walked through, and I bet y'all heard that shit. Something crawling around. Yeah, but and then Ryan Garcia. So let's talk about old Ryan Garcia, huh? So Ryan Garcia, they came out and said that They came out and said that it's gonna take a little bit longer, right? A little bit longer for that shit to come out, right? And I'm telling folks, man, right? It's not gonna take a week for them to come out with those results. It's not gonna take a week. It's not gonna take a week for them to come out with the results. Yeah, this is a boat I'll be taking out sometimes, but I don't like to take that one out because it's aluminum and it be leaking and shit. But it works. But Ryan Garcia, that shit, people just need to understand is like shit takes time, right? So when they come out with the results for yeah, I gotta get rid of this, man. This is junk. Engine fucked up, but yeah, got the thing over here. Yeah, it's me now. So Ryan Garcia, right? Um, um, they waiting for the results to come back for him, right? And people don't understand that at the end of the day, it's like what he going through right now. Even if the results come out one day, all the everybody got to be notified first, right? So if everybody got to be notified first, that's the reason why I said it's gonna take a week or two. Because once they get that shit, you know what I'm saying, and once they open it up and test it, let's think about this. They gonna test the shit, right? And they gonna say, "Oh, this is in it." Then if Whoop de Whoop is in it, then they gotta go and test again, because a lot of times what happens is that it only just gives them a marker. So when it gives them that marker, the fuck is when it gives them that marker, now they got to go back and verify it, because you can have false positives, you can have elevated nandrolone levels, elevated shit that's in your body, and shit like that, that that are considered PEDs, but now they got to test for the synthetics. So, but what I think is that they already have it back. I think they already have Ryan Garcia's test back, but they have to make sure that all parties involved are notified. You know what I'm saying? And so, if they have to wait for all parties to be notified, right, after the test, how long is that going to take? Right? It could take a week, right? Because they have to notify, because every time somebody pops for steroids, when do we know that they pop? The day of, the day after, or whatever the case may be. Oh, yeah, it's a firefly. I hit him and I saw the ass explode. So I think they already got the test results back. I think that they just gonna have to wait for all the parties to be notified before they go up. They come out and actually give a judgment. And a lot of these cats is out here speculating on that is already fuckery that's going on, but I don't think that's what it is. I just think that sometimes, yeah, you got to trust the system and all that shit, but sometimes the system don't work. Sometimes it does. I had to grab some clothes out of the wash, and I'm gonna go back down there and put some more in. I think sometimes the system does work, but It ain't consistent. You know, the piss test, these tests. Well, not the test, right? But the how would we say the the tests are consistent, but the hmm the the severity, like the punishments ain't consistent. The punishments ain't consistent. They're just not, right. Like some people get off. I heard people talking about Alicia Baumgartner today and stuff like that, but um, ain't nothing consistent. Ain't nothing consistent. And on that note, I'm out, man. Peace.